With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's securustech.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2.
If you would like...
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, you too, baby. What's up? I'm Christmas shopping.
Nothing much. I've had a very long day. Okay, so I was supposed
School?
I was supposed to take my TABE test for school, and it ended up being canceled because they locked the whole camp down.
Why?
On a different housing unit, they brought in the Goon Squad. So those are the...
What's the Goon Squad?
The Goon Squad is the freaking army men with drug-sniffing dogs and...
Oh, they brought in the dogs.
They brought the heat. But they didn't bring the heat on our housing unit. But they still had to shut down the whole camp. So all appointments were canceled. So my appointment was for 8 a.m., but we eat breakfast at 6. So I got up for count at 5, and I just stayed up because I'm like,
so you're tired, huh?
Right. I don't want to go back to sleep because I know I have an appointment, and I want to, have some coffee before the test. And so
right.
5 minutes before I'm supposed to go, they're like, you're not going anywhere unless it's an emergency because the whole campus is shut down. I'm like, okay, we're waiting for them to, kick in the door and throw our stuff around. They're just looking for drugs and weapons. They're not really looking for anything else. I was like,
but how the hell did we get in there in the first place when they check every freaking thing? But also, I know, but I watched 60 Days in, and that shit got smuggled. The cops put that in there.
Yeah. I'm like, I haven't heard of anybody that had anything yet so far on any of the housing units, but...
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good, though.
But usually...
at least, y'all safe.
Right. And usually this whole thing had started because one girlfriend got mad at another girlfriend. So that's about... Drama.
Drama.
I'm like, drama. Thank God I'm not into that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I'm loving school. I absolutely love it. I did my locator test the other day, and
how did that come out?
I haven't gotten the results back yet because the locator and the TABE go like hand in hand. They're supposed to tell me exactly where I am, and I just did my best on the locator test. It was just like I think 35 minutes long, the test. Now,
well, that ain't bad.
Now, this next one coming up is hours. I think it's like 55 minutes for the first test. It's like 4-part test. One's 55 minutes, one's 50 minutes, one's 45 minutes, and there's something minutes, but it takes a long time.
Make sure you eat breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
So you could have brain food.
And I also got some cereal in my locker to snack on, so.
Okay. That's good.
Lots of coffee.
I hear ya.
So, did you get my letter?
Yes, I got it.
You like my little Facebook thing?
Yeah. Mia put her hand like on top of yours, and she's like, our hands are almost the same size, she said. Yeah, I saw the Facebook thing. So, is that okay? You want magazines?
No.
Okay.
That was...
that's just a little thing you made.
Right, that's the little thing I made. It was in a book, and I had copied it because...
you Xeroxed it.
Right, I Xeroxed the whole thing, so whenever I write like a pen pal or something, in a different business, they can get the coupon to send off for their free subscription.
Oh. Yeah, because let me tell you something about the magazines. I already did a free thing, like got some, and I canceled it, and they keep on sending it to me, and they keep calling me and telling me, like, oh, you have a bill of $400 something. I'm like, you could kiss my ass because I canceled it, and I'm not paying it.
Right.
You know, I mean, and they were like, well, you have to pay it. I'm like, no, I don't.
Right.
And they still keep sending me magazines.
It kind of sounds
because your dad was like, if she wants magazines, I'm gonna send them. We're gonna send them to her. I'm like, we can't. They have to be from the magazine place.
No,
and he's like, what's that?
He said, I already sent off for my free magazine a couple months ago.
Okay.
And I should get it soon. But it's like 12 free magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay.
My friend, my roommate's friend subscribed a couple months ago, so she gets them, and she's like, they're legit, you know, they're for inmates. So
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I needed like something to post as like a news feed type thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm in academy right now, sitting down.
Good. So what's you planning to get for Mia?
Well, she ordered her stuff already, like lipsticks and makeup.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here in the hunting section, and I'm wondering, like, what can I get your brother? You know, he wants Chelsea his gun, and I'm like, well, I need to know what kind. So I sent him a text, and I'm like, okay, I need to know what kind you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my luck, I'm gonna buy the wrong damn ones.
Well, buying for guys is hard anyway.
So, I know. Your dad's the hardest person to buy for because he's like, if I want it, I'm going to go and buy it. And then by the time Christmas comes around, he already bought whatever he wanted. So it's like, okay, well, now I'm screwed because,
right,
you know.
Buy that.
Yeah, really.
Nice.
I don't know. I'll just strap a bow around me and say, here you go.
I've been trying to get a hold of Miss Michelle because she sent me an email, and I had called Wednesday, but she was in a meeting with the Nick, so she couldn't pick up the phone because of the meeting. But I've been trying to, call at different times to get a hold of her.
Yeah, she sent me a text a few days ago, and she was like, you're going to be getting random texts from me, this and that. Was Dee Dee ever, had a funny side to her, like a joking side to her? I'm like, yeah, I said, her and I used to joke around all the time, I said, it wasn't all serious, I said, we did have some laughs, I said, basically, it was, her telling me that, how Rod ruined me of all men and da-da-da-da-da, and we, I'd laugh at it, and because she would laugh, so I laughed with her, and like I told him, I said, she's the one that got me starting watching Medea movies.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said, because she always, used to tell me, Kristy, you need to watch Medea. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't think I don't think I'd like, it doesn't seem to interest me. And she's like, and she kept on for years, Kristy, you need to watch it. Kristy, you need to watch Medea, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So I finally watched it, and I was like, oh, my God, I loved it.
Yeah,
so I remember texting her and saying, oh, guess what I called her. I'm like, you never guess what I finally watched. And I told her, and she's like, oh, you need to watch all the other ones, So that was, a thing we would joke about was Medea.
Yeah.
I mean, like I told her, I said, not every conversation was, about Gypsy and her situation or, and her health. I said, sometimes it was just, how you doing, what, and this, just about the weather, it was nothing, I said it was never just,
one subject.
Oh, business, right.
Right.
Wasn't that, I mean, some was stuff was, like how's Dylan, how's Mia, this and that, when your brother got his tonsils out, praying for him, I mean, it was, it wasn't all bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know that she has some questions for me, and I want to answer them. I know that she and I are going to probably be talking for a while, back off and on.
Yeah.
So, because she said that she was jotting some stuff down to pitch it in January. So I'm going to ask her, what has she got so far? Can I know about it? And I did talk to the warden.
Right.
If you don't mind texting Aaron that they will not let me watch it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Why? You didn't tell her, hey, you could watch it with me?
I explained that to her and everything. It's against policy. They're like, if you have a family member, you can have the DVD sent to the family member. And I'm like, they will be having one, but that's, not what I'm asking.
Right. I guess you don't.
Right. I was like,
that freaking sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I know. That's what freaks me out. But it's against policy. Well, guess when you get out? She does, but she can't. No, she only has certain channels. So. Yeah, you could probably look online or something.
We have no internet access.
Oh, shit.
We're cut off from that.
So you can't even go on your iPad?
No.
No, they cut off all their internet service.
Yeah, it's like we have a computer law library, but it doesn't go to the internet.
You can only do so much. It doesn't go towards the internet. It's just a computer library. That sucks.
I know. Yeah, and I explained to her it's not even for my case that I want to watch it. It has interviews from y'all that I want to see the interviews from y'all.
Exactly. I know.
But they said that the warden's, she's kind of a Kristy pants,
Yeah. Well, I'll let Aaron know, and maybe Aaron might try to talk to her.
Because I gave the warden her number, her address, email, all that kind of stuff to verify that what I'm saying is true.
Right.
And, she was like, they called me over to the office, and they're like, she said no because it's against policy. We can't do it. So I was like, thank you for your consideration.
Right. Okay, well, baby. I need to get to shop, and call me next week.
Okay.
Let me know how school's going. I love you too.
All right. You have a good night.
You too, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.
With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's SECURUSTECH.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2.
If you would like to
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, Bubba.
I broke my partial.
What?
I broke my top partial.
Oh, no.
It was an accident. I was gonna
What happened?
I was going to clean them, and my top partial fell off my locker and hit the ground and then chipped a tooth.
Bad?
I mean, it's noticeable. So.
It's noticeable.
I freaked out, and I'm still kind of freaking out, but I could drop an MSR for dental, and my roommate, she just got her dentures because she didn't have any teeth at all. She had them pulled, and she got her dentures. It took a year to get, but she got them, and
it took a year?
A year for her to get her dentures from the
but who you got yours? Who made yours?
UMKC in Kansas City. It's a
I
university
wonder.
dental school. It's an oncology dental. They wouldn't take me now that I'm not a cancer patient.
Oh, so I'll say they would have your, your print, your
My
impressions.
right. I mean, I filled out the form right now, and
Okay.
my roommate said that it'll take only a couple weeks for them to squeeze me into a dental appointment. I'm thinking,
Okay.
since they're broken, that was the only thing holding me back from getting my silver ones pulled, because I don't have that many left.
Right, I know.
Like, if I just get them pulled,
You'd have to get the other ones screwed in.
I'll heal up, and it'll take it a year, but I get all white ones. That way I wouldn't have to worry about them anymore.
Right, but we can do that when you get out.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But if you could get them done, like, what's the cost while you're there?
It's all free.
Then what you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, they don't really give pain medication except for, like, aspirin or Tylenol whenever they pull them, but they pull them, like, 2 at a time or something. And really, I've never had any teeth pulled. I've always gone under. So I've always been under general anesthesia. I've never had it pulled, like, awake or anything. So
Okay, well, what you do is, I mean, there's nothing you could do tonight.
Right.
Don't freak out.
Right.
It could be fixed.
Yeah.
Is it a front one, or what is the one on the side?
It's the one.
Is it the top one or the bottom?
It's the bottom, the tooth that's next to the front teeth. So you have your 2 front teeth, the tooth that's next to it. So it's right up there. And I'm like, because I'm like, I'm not going to take pictures. I don't like what I look like whenever I don't have them.
Right. Well, you could just smile and not show your teeth.
Right. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and when you eat, you chew on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if you got to take them out while you're not, because it might rub against your gum.
Right.
I'm going to let Dad know that
All
he's sleeping, but they're heading to Galveston, which takes like 27 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he won't call me like till Sunday, probably.
Okay.
Or Saturday night.
Okay. Well, tell him not to.
I'll let him.
There's nothing
I'm going to let him know.
But
That right. But you decide what you want to do. You're in there. You know what I'm saying? If you could get them all done for free, then if you want to do that, then do that.
Right.
I mean,
I'm going to decide.
Then it'll be done when you
At the appointment, and I talk with the dentist and be like, look, I don't have that many left. They're all caps.
No, you only have what?
Like 3 on one side and 4 on the other.
Right. Right.
It's not that many.
Look, baby, Mama had to get one done. I had to get one pulled out and screwed in and all.
Ooh.
And, I mean, that took 3 years for the process. And that was one, too, because you have to let it heal. You got to get the bone graft, all of that stuff. But, I mean, and I have a 6-piece bridge at the bottom because I got hit with a baseball in my mouth in 10th grade. But, yeah. But, see the medic tomorrow or when they go in. I don't know if they go in on weekends.
It'll be a couple weeks for me to get an appointment in to see the dentist.
Okay. But at least try to see the medic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, because if you don't want it to rub on your gum.
Right.
And, you tear that up.
Right.
And stuff. And, eat with them, then take them out.
Right.
If you have to. Or, whatever's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to resort to not wearing them again like your mama made you not wear them.
Right.
I know you want to wear them, because they are beautifully done. Who did them?
They are.
Yeah. But look, if you could get them done all for free,
Mm-hmm.
and you think you could withstand it with just Motrin and everything, I mean, Gypsy, you tougher than any person I know. Of everything you endured, you know, I mean, you could do this.
Okay.
You know,
I'll
I believe, you know,
I see him.
yeah. I mean, talk to the dentist. You know, when that time comes, find out your options.
Okay, I will.
And remember, you are stronger than you know you are. You know this.
Okay.
Jessica's saying it too. You know, you're strong. You know, you're the strongest person I know.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I called so late. I was just freaking out.
It's okay. I know. The phone rang, and we in Marshall's, and I'm like, Jessica's Gypsy. She's like, answer the phone, emergency. And, you know, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna answer it. You know, because I mean, I had just talked to you, so I knew like something like, yeah, you know, I was just freaking out, like, oh my God, I was nervous because I was like, is that going on?
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. They could be replaced.
And if she doesn't want to do it, wait.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Right. I mean,
Bothers her,
they might be able to fix just that part.
Right. They can do that. It was just
Then
the option of,
this,
why not?
you know what I would.
Now,
Right. But that's your choice.
Right. I'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll see when that time comes. See what.
Yeah. Yeah. Get get that part fixed, and you know, you got your options.
Right.
Just when you want to smile, don't show your teeth.
Right.
You know, I mean, shit happens.
Right. And I was like,
you know.
oh, I've dropped them before and nothing happened, and then this time I
right, but
picked
if
it
they
up
want
and
to top you a lot.
I dropped to the floor on my knees crying. My roommate was like,
baby.
it's gonna be okay. I'm like, no, it's the only one I have.
14. Yeah. 14. Huh? No. 14. No, not 14. No, just one. But you're gonna be okay. You've been through worse.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You're a fighter.
Yeah.
You know. Don't let that little thing discourage you.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's all, that doesn't define you. You know, and of course we want you to get it fixed, you know, but I just want you to know that doesn't define who you are. You know, you're beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
You know,
I love you.
and
thank you so much for calming me down. I'm going to go back upstairs now.
That's what mom's for.
Watch TV.
You know, mom's here.
I love
You know, I wish I could run to the rescue and hug you and say everything will be okay, but this is what we got and this is what we're going to do. And, you know, you do what you got to do and let me know what they say, you know, whenever I know it's going to take a couple of weeks, but let me know.
I will.
You know,
I will.
what they tell you and, you know, just.
This call is from a correctional
facility. You're a strong person.
And may be
I know
monitored
you are.
and recorded.
I will be.
Okay. And if you get upset or anything in the next couple of days,
I'll give
you got it.
Okay.
That's what you do. Okay. Love you too, baby. All right. Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.
With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's SECURUSTECH.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, baby. Actually at Lacey's getting my hair colored right now and cut.
Do you want me to call tonight?
Yeah, call me tonight.
Okay, sounds good, because I got good news. I got my scores back from my test.
Oh, great.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell
And
you all
Mike's wife told me you talked to her?
Yeah. Yeah, they sent me a card and with their phone number.
Right.
I'm going to tell you all about it tonight.
Okay, good. Yeah, call me like around 8:30.
Okay.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Have fun.
All right, baby. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's securustech.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello.
Hey, boo.
Hello.
Are you home?
Yeah, I'm home.
Okay, good. Okay, so, yeah, I did get a chance to talk to Rachel. That I call her Nanny Rachel because I kind of adopted them as my godparent.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of emotional because whenever I got the card, I haven't heard from them since all this happened. And I was like, I thought, y'all wanted nothing to do with me because I hadn't heard from y'all in so long. And
Oh, no, baby. They always...
No, we love you.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish
Adrian and Mike
yeah.
always ask how you doing,
Because I was like, I had to hear about Granny's passing in jail, and,
Yeah.
It was hard on me because I didn't get a chance to talk to her or explain anything to her, and it's like, Granny loved you. No matter what, she still loved you.
Right.
That made me feel better.
Yeah, she did ask me, like, how to put money, and I told her to go to the website and stuff, so I guess they're going to put money in your account or something.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet of them.
Yeah. But, yeah, I woke up and she had sent me a message saying that she had talked to you. And that you had sounded so good, and she was so glad that, I got to talk and everything.
Me too. Oh, okay, so on my test results, okay, this is what it came back as, is that this is the first baseline test to see where I'm at and what subjects and what parts of that subject I need to learn about more to improve on. So I got an E in math, which is the lowest level you can get, which I already knew I suck at math.
Right.
About that. I was surprised on language. I got a D in language, which is one level above E. And then in reading, I got high scores, and I'm a level A, which is advanced. So.
Right, because you read a lot. I mean, you read all the Harry Potter series and stuff.
The first thing my teacher said was, "Do you like to read?" And I'm like, yeah, sometimes when I may have been punished or something, I'd pick up a book and read for fun. So, yeah, I pretty much, could read good. And she was like, well, you've got really high scores in reading. And I made a copy of the results and sent that to you.
Okay. Oh, I did put in the mail day before yesterday, the pictures, the only two I didn't send yet was the 2 5x7s, the bigger ones, because I didn't have a big envelope.
Okay, that's fine.
And I sent off me and Dad's forms.
Oh, good.
And everything. So
good.
They'll be getting that. You should get your pictures tomorrow, probably.
Probably so. I know.
Yeah, and the forms they should be getting too. So.
Yeah, I think it takes like 2 weeks to process, and then they'll give me, maybe I'll get a thing in the mail that says it was approved. So.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I never got in trouble. Your daddy never got in trouble, so I think we're pretty good on that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know, like, what's the limit, like, you know,
20.
what stops you to go, you know, like how bad you have to be to not able to, you know, to go or whatever.
I don't know. I think as long as even people like, okay, they have some people that are married and their spouse may be one of the people like in trouble, they do drugs or whatever, they have a prior history. Well, as long as they have a note from their probation or parole officer saying that they give them permission to come in as an offender, that's okay.
Okay.
But if it, all right, say if, a random example, if Nick gets 2 years in prison and he gets out before me and wants to come visit me.
Oh, hell no, that ain't happening.
They can see that that is my co-defendant and they'll mark it as not in the best interest of the offender. So they know that kind of stuff. So.
Right. Talking about him, let me go and find it. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. Go to John's murder trial is postponed. Yes, again. His trial won't start till February 6th.
Okay.
You know, and it's, you know, blah, 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 you know, the same thing. He's charged with blah, blah, blah. You charged with, you know, blah, blah, blah.
That was his set court date for, like, I knew that it was postponed from the November trial date to February.
Right.
Could it have been
and they postponed it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see, right here. Let's see. Prosecutors want to have a second opinion after defense attorneys hired a mental health expert to do an exam. Instead of a bench trial on February 6th, the judge scheduled a pre-trial conference for that date.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah again. Psychologist Kent Franks of Springfield told Circuit Judge Holden at the hearing in November that he did have 2 mental evaluations of Godejohn at the Greene County Jail. He said that the murder suspect thought he was doing the right thing when he killed Blanchard because he wanted to rescue Gypsy from her mother. Then it's another blah, blah, blah. You know, moved to Springfield because of Hurricane Katrina, yada, yada, yada. Frank said Godejohn is on the autism spectrum and spent most of his time on the internet playing video games. Right. The psychologist described the murder suspect has more like a child than he acts more like a child than an adult. He said his IQ is 82 and his functions are at the level of a 10 and 11-year-old person.
So would this
I'm sure
want a second opinion on Dr. Franks' evaluation?
Right. Yeah. I mean, did he act like he was 10 or 11 years old?
No, like, I've met some guys that are into video games and stuff from going to VisionCon.
Right.
And he seemed no different than one of the guys from there because, most guys are into video games, really. And now whenever I got to his house, I thought it weird that he had, like, WWF wrestling, a comforter of WWF wrestling. I thought that was immature. So
yeah, well, I mean,
I had Disney Princess, so I'm I just
I mean, look, I have one of my friends, her nanny, that lives in the front of the street. Like, she's a freaking wrestle freak. Okay, she watches all the wrestling on TV, this and that. She don't have no comforter with it, but she's like a serious like fan. Like, she thinks that's all real. I mean, majority of it is real because it does hurt when they hit the mat. I mean, I talked to a friend that used to do it, but all the blood and all that's all fake packets that they have in those wristbands and everything.
Yeah.
It's more staged than anything, you know. But some diehard fans like that think it's all real.
Yeah, no. Like somebody was like watching wrestling, and I'm like, oh, the WWF, and they're like, no, that's the fake stuff. This is the real stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, I didn't think that he functioned at a 10 or 11-year-old. I mean, some of the stuff that he would say was very mature, graphic. I don't know. I mean, he was just a very complicated and disturbed person, I would describe.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like, you know him better than, you know, anybody else, I think. Because, I mean, y'all talk for so long online, and, you know, I mean, you really get to know a person.
Right. Not even his mom knew about his, like, multiple personalities or Victor. So,
that's just 10
times
of...
better than his mom does. That's kind of saying a lot.
Yeah. That's just 10 kinds of crazy. You know, if with his alter ego and stuff like that.
You know, I think that this is good, you know, getting a second opinion, because I would like to know, even from my own personal mindset, to know, you know, is he faking or is it real? Because, you know, if it's real...
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
If it's real, I feel even worse about my part, because he doesn't have the mentality to know better. So
I'm going to tell you this right now. No, I'm going to tell you this right now. 10 or 11 years old, you know what's wrong and what's right. 10, 11 years old, you knew what was wrong and what was right in what your mom raised you as.
Right.
Your right is different from Dylan and Mia's 10-year-old and 11-year-old wrong from right. Nick's wrong from right is on the same spectrum as Dylan and Mia's. So he knew what he was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knew it. I mean, he can't say he didn't know. He even said he did it because he was protecting you.
Right.
He was trying to save you, you know, and, you know, actually what I'm going to say is not a bad thing, but he did kind of save your life because, like I told you, in the long run, this wouldn't have lasted forever, and I think your mom would have done away with you and her.
I think probably,
you know,
I wouldn't have put a stop to it myself, you know, because those power of attorney papers had me stuck to where if I went to the cops, they wouldn't believe me because those papers said that I was mentally incompetent. So I was kind of trapped in that little box, and whenever those papers were made, that was before I really put the pieces together. So before that paper, I would have had more freedom to go to the cops or something.
Right.
But
I mean, in every freaking medical report, it never says Gypsy stated this.
Right.
It was always the mother stated, I think the only thing you stated was that you liked macaroni and cheese or something like that. I mean, but, right, and everything else was your mom, those were all your mom's words.
Right.
Like, she didn't, like, at 6, 7, 8 years old with Dylan and Mia, when I used to bring them to the doctor when they were sick, I used to let them, tell her, because I don't know, what you're feeling. I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay, Mama, my stomach hurts. Almost, I have a sore throat. Okay, I'm gonna bring you to the doctor.
Tell
But
the doctor
I
what's
would
wrong.
I would let Dylan and Mia tell them what's wrong, because that's their body.
Right.
And if they forget to tell her something, and then I'll say, okay, well, she ran a fever, yesterday and this and that. But other than that, I mean, I go in and I just sit down and I let them tell,
And I was
them
honest
everything.
I was honest with Mike whenever he asked me about that. Did I ever say anything to the doctor about, I can't walk or, I can't eat? And I'm like, no, I just stayed in the wheelchair and stayed quiet and played with a stuffed animal or Barbie doll or something. And he got the files back and he's like, she's telling the truth. She never spoke. So.
No, I mean, and no telling what your mama put in your food, what medications. I mean, even if you even
times that I could taste
yeah.
it was a pill in like pudding or something, and
right.
I would like take a few bites and then it'd be crunchy.
Not eat it.
And not eat it. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of fucked up though that she did that, but maybe she didn't want you to hear what she was saying. I know in some things it says that she put her hands over your ears. I mean, it even states that mother put hands over Gypsy's ears. And I'm like,
those are all strange things.
Yeah, it's just really like bizarre. I mean, I don't know.
Now, have you heard anything back from Aaron and how things are going with getting ready for the premiere?
Yes, I did. She said it was confidential, but I guess I could tell you though.
When
I mean, like from the premiere, yeah, it's gonna be. Well, she had to sign a contract saying she couldn't say nothing.
Oh, I see.
But I did let her know that they weren't gonna allow you to see it, and she's so freaking bummed about it. And I was like, yeah, it freaking sucks. That she can't watch it. That she's gonna have to, wait till she gets home to see it and everything, and and this and that, and but it's gonna be the March 10th through the 14th.
Okay.
And it's gonna
Texas then, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then they'll either premiere it on the 20th or the 27th on HBO, because they do premieres like on HBO always on a Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, and which they do. I noticed that, like anything new that they want to, I noticed that on HBO, anything they want to do, first time seeing it, it's only on Friday night, the first time you could watch it, and then after it's on, every HBO channel. If it's HBO Family, HBO, there's 4 HBOs now. And, I mean, every, like, you have HBO Latin, Showtime Latin, I mean, they have all the, sometimes I'll put it on the wrong one, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, I have it on the freaking, it's on the Spanish one, But,
I was trying to think if there's anything that I said in the documentary that I probably didn't tell y'all, that y'all be shocked or whatever, but I've been...
Oh, girl.
Y'all, so.
Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about none of that. No need to worry, because I'm going to be nervous as hell as to see how I come across in it. You know what I'm saying? I would probably be thinking in my scene and saying, I can't believe I freaking said that. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that, you know.
I'm like that about seeing me on TV, too. I'm like, oh, my God, my nose is so big. I hate the way I sound. My hair isn't long enough. I mean, I'm just, oh, no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God, look the way I'm. Like, when we watch some of the interviews, you know, like me and your dad did, I'm like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I just remembered. Okay, so there is a woman in here. She asked to read the article, all right? And so, yeah, you can read it. And anyway, she's like, I know your dad, or I'm either know or met your dad before. And I'm like, how? What? How? And she's like, I used to live in Algiers Point. And I was like, oh, cool, well, you're going to have to tell me all about it. So we still haven't got to talk in detail yet. But, yeah, she's met Dad.
Where she lived?
Algiers in New Orleans. Algiers Point.
And I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know how she would have met your dad.
I know, but she's like, I met him in New Orleans. I was like, cool.
She might be pulling your leg.
Maybe. I don't know.
Just to find out the story, and I'm going to let you know.
Yeah, I'm going to find out her name and the story and tell you, and you can ask Dad about her or whatever. But I thought it was weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I find it weird, too, but...
Most of the people here are like...
I mean, he used to go out, like, we've been to New Orleans so many freaking times, over our 24 years together, you know, and he's going to concerts, you know, with some his friends, you know, and this and that. So, I mean, might have met her, you know, I mean, he's going to freak out when I tell him that. He's going to be like, I don't know who they
Right, who the heck
do I
know and freaking like coffee.
Man, I was drunk or something, he's going to say.
Yeah, but there has been like some people that I met in Vandalia, and one of them was one of my neighbor's granddaughter. And
right, I remember you telling me that.
So,
I mean,
weird.
Yeah, I never forget. It was, I want to say it was a month or so before we got married. And him and one of our friends, Larry, and your dad's Uncle Leon, they all went out to Houma. Well, I was sleeping in bed, and I heard the bedroom door open. I thought it was your dad. And I hear Kristy, and it was your dad's Uncle Leon. I don't call him Uncle Leon because I dated him because he's only like 2 years older than me. You know, I mean, so it's like I'll never call you Uncle Leon because you were once my boyfriend, you know.
Kind of weird.
And yeah, I mean, yeah. So when I met your dad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is my cousin, my uncles," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" Because they grew up 2 streets away from me. We were always hanging out, you know. And so he comes, and I'm like, he's like, we got in a fight. I'm like, what do you mean y'all got in a fight? And he's like, well, 3 guys, you know, started some shit with us. I'm like, well, where's Rod? And he's like, he's in jail.
Oh,
I'm like, motherfucker. I said, and it was a Friday, so you can't get them out till the freaking Monday. I'm like, man, what the hell, you know? And he's like, well, you know, he tells me the story, you know, like they were going to their vehicle, and Lil Larry, that's what we call him, that's his nickname, Lil Larry, he bent down to tie his shoe. Well, when he bent down, there was people in the car that he was bent down behind, and they had turned their car on to start backing up. So he tapped the car, you know, like, wait, don't, you know, somebody's, you know, I'm behind you. Well, he gets out the guy gets out of the truck. They say some words. The guy goes back in the bar, goes get 2 of his other friends, and your daddy, and I was like, oh, shit, you know. So they all started swinging. Well, one of the guys, like, it wasn't even your daddy that hit the guy. It was Larry that hit the guy, and knocked him out unconscious. You hear? Unconscious. So when the cops and all get there, they ask the girlfriend who hit, him, and they all pointed to your daddy.
Oh, no.
And he was like, it wasn't me, And little Larry was like, it was me that hit him. And they were like, no, they said it was him, da-da-da-da-da. So I go get him out on bond on the Monday. Now, your daddy could have lost his license, his captain's license, everything, all of that. The guy stayed in the hospital in a coma for a month.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, so when we went to court, all charges got dropped because the guy never showed up to court. And this was after the guy was out of the hospital and everything. He never showed up. But when he got arrested, and he said, I was walking in the cell, and when he says, the first thing I hear, hey, T-Rod. I start cracking up laughing. It was John. And I'm like, oh, my God. You walk in jail, and all of a sudden you hear, you're freaking out because you think you're not going to know nobody, because it's in home. It's not like it's down here. And you hear, hey, T-Rod. It was crazy.
Yeah.
We laughed about it, but at least,
you never know who
he
you're
didn't
going
lose his
to
license.
in different places. Seriously.
Yeah, really, I know. Look, I was already in the Atlanta airport. I was going to visit some friends in Florida. I'm in the Atlanta airport. That's a big-ass airport.
I know. I've been there many times to go to Disney World and stuff.
Right. So I'm waiting for my luggage, and I hear somebody talking behind me, and I'm like, I know that freaking voice. I turn around, and it was one of my friends from the Bahia.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, Chuck. And he's like, Kristy, what you doing here? I said, I'm going to Florida. I'm going, visit, my friend, she moved with her boyfriend, and they're moving back down, so I'm going to ride back down with them, and everything.
There was this one time that we were going to Disney World. It was the last time we went to Disney World. You know the guy that plays Christian Grey on 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only saw the movie once, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, he was, going somewhere, and he was in one of the airports. I can't remember if it was the Chicago airport or if it was Florida, but our cell phone had dropped on the ground, and we kept moseying on, and he picked it up, and it's like, is this yours? And we're like, yeah. And then it wasn't until, a few weeks later where we're watching TV, and we see the commercial for 50 Shades of Grey, and we're like, that's the guy.
Yeah. I've ran into, a couple of celebrities, at a concert and stuff,
Yeah.
Lord, my aunt and I would always, we had a family apartment in New Orleans. I told you about that in the French Quarter. And it wasn't unusual to see Brad Pitt in the French Quarter with the kids.
Right.
Yeah. Or you just walking the streets and there's a celebrity just, walking by. There's so many of them.
Celebrities, like the Fountain in New Orleans, different people like that are living in New Orleans, or they're filming a movie in New Orleans. It's
right.
A big place to draw celebrities to.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg was in Fouchon last year when they made the movie about the BP oil spill.
Oh, I didn't know they made a movie.
And everybody was like, oh, he's, in Fouchon and this and that. There's so many people that went try to ride just to get a glimpse of him. I'm like, phew. Yeah, it'd be nice to run into him, but, No, there's only one guy, I think, that was from down here that is in it that played his part, and it was like just a couple of seconds. But from what everybody said, like the movie has a lot of missing pieces to it. But I'm like, what's always like that? The book always has more than a movie.
Right.
You know, I mean, but you know, some people like of the family members that went watch it was like it's nothing how they portrayed it to be.
Oh.
You know, well, no, you know, I mean, I never forget, you know, when that happened and you know your dad called and they had to bring the AUV to go down at the bottom of the sea floor to look for pieces of the rig. You know, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. But like Brad Pitt's always in Grand Isle or Fouchon. He go during the summer. He goes charter fishing there all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone and all. There's so many celebrities that come down this bayou that go to one of my friend's house because he's a stunt man. Like, if the bayou would know that they were at Trace's house, like, they would all freaking lose their shit. I mean, Trace has to keep his life so private because if he, you know, he'll post, yeah, I'm having a barbecue or whatever, but he's not going to say, you know, this celebrity's here, this one's here. You know, I mean, he doesn't do that, but he'll let you know after, you know, and everything. But, I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Going to have a barbecue with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish.
I've been wanting
I really wish.
I've been wanting to watch TV for the longest time, but now that I'm in school, I'm like, I have a lot of assignments to do, and for those 3 months or whatever that I wasn't in school, I had time to watch TV and watch movies and write pen pals, and you know, basically that was what I did. Now, I'm like, I've got so many, you know, so much homework to do. I'm like, you know, I'll write my pen pal, you know, whenever I have time. I'll get the end of the movie or something, but I'm mostly passed out when I'm tired.
A girl named Ashley Austin sent me a message today. She says, "Hi, Kristy. I would really like to write to Gypsy, but I live in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Will it cost her heaps?" And I guess that means if it will cost you a lot to send it there. And I told her, I said, I don't know if it would cost extra or not. And I gave her your address, you know, and she was like, "Thank you so much. Happy holidays." And I told her, "You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you too."
I think
you know, so
cost me like 2 more stamps because my roommate in county, she was getting mail from New Zealand because she had a friend that lived in New Zealand, and it just costed 2 more stamps than a regular letter.
Right, that's what I figured. I'm like, it shouldn't cost much, but it's not like you're gonna write every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, and I don't know how long that even takes to get to you, and it probably gets to her longer time. You know, probably will get. I don't know if it'll get to her shorter. You know, I mean, or it gets to you and it takes a little longer to get to you than what it is for you to send to us, because I know they got to read everything. So what, y'all? When y'all send the letters, y'all don't seal them and they seal them?
Right. So we'll write the letters and then we'll just flip the sticky part inside, and then they read it, check to make sure it's all right, and then they seal them and send them. And
when y'all get them, they're already open.
They're already open and read, yeah. But we still have the envelope and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I sent you, I sent you a picture because I got my doggy pictures back.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a copy of it. I think on Tuesday. I want to say Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday.
How's your tooth situation?
Still the same, not any better. I haven't heard from dental yet. Some people say that it might take a couple weeks. So.
Is it giving you trouble, like to eat, or?
No. Basically, it's on the front, so.
Right. So you're chewing the side.
I chew on the side, so it doesn't affect it.
Right.
But I'm just waiting to hear back to see the dentist, and then once I see them, I'm like, getting 16 teeth pulled just to get some pearly white. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You know what? I freaking do it.
Yeah.
If it would, because it don't cost nothing.
Right.
I'd freaking do it. Me and one of my friends, and we were talking about that the other night on the phone, because his teeth are so messed up, like, because he dips and shit. He does all, he dips and everything. And you know how much that costs?
No.
Out here?
No.
That's over $25,000.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So get them done. Get them done in there while they don't cost.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Just
to
think
get
of that.
dentures, it costs $25,000, or to get them pulled, it costs $25,000.
25. Well, to get them pulled, that's $160 a tooth.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Woo.
And then the dentures, or if he would get veneers or whatever. My dad told me, because he was like, every time, I chip a tooth, I eat on something, a little piece of tooth comes out. I'm like, Dad, okay, you out there in the single world now, because my stepmom, she passed away. It's going on 3 years. And I'm like, Dad, I said, let me tell you something. I said, there's two things women look at first on a guy. Their eyes. I said, which you have the most stunning blue eyes ever. I mean, I don't have his blue eyes. I wish I did, but I got my mama's green and hazel eyes, so I'm cool with that. I said, and teeth. They look at eyes and teeth. I said, so Dad, get you some new teeth. Oh, that costs same thing, like $25,000. I'm like, Dad, I know you stingy with your money, and my grandparents left him and my nanny millions. I'm like, do it. Yeah. Do it. Nah, I don't want to spend money on your inheritance. I'm like, Dad, it's not even my money until you pass. Do it. Do what you got to do. And he's being stubborn about it. But one of my friends that's the same age as me, it costs $160 a tooth to get pulled.
Wow.
And then $25,000 to get his new teeth.
Oh my God. Now you see, whenever I was getting mine pulled, we had the Medicaid, so it didn't cost us out of pocket. So I'm like, and there was this one time that I had told Mom, I was like, it costs to be born. Oh, wait, it costs to be buried? Wait, so they're still charging you money after you die?
Yeah.
So it's like, it was like a new world thing to me that it costs money for stuff.
Right. Look, and your dad wanted to put you on his insurance. So you don't have a secondary insurance. So, let's say if Medicaid didn't cover something, or if Dad's insurance wouldn't cover that, Medicaid would pick up the rest. But your mama never wanted him to. And I know why. We know why now is because so we wouldn't get anything from the doctors or hospitals.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, girl. There's a lot of things I just sit down and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that's why. It's like, that's why,
Yeah.
It's
Not
just,
that it has to be that way, but like you said, new beginnings. So
That's right. And, I mean, and look, don't worry about the documentary. If you said something that you're going to feel embarrassed about, or if you're saying something in there that you think we're not going to be happy about or whatever, that's what you felt at that time, and that's how you felt. I mean, look in the article that Michelle wrote when she asked us, do y'all trust her fully yet? And at that time, we weren't sure, like, because you were still kind of hiding a little bit, and not fully opening up. And we're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's things we don't fully believe yet, but now if somebody would ask me that today, I'll be like, she seems like a canary. She tells me everything, like I told them all, yeah, at first, she, was shy and didn't talk a lot. I said, now we don't shut up.
Right.
We just talk, and I said, we could talk about it. Yeah, we could talk an hour long. Yeah, you were at the beginning. I mean,
that very first phone call that I called home, I was like, I had nothing to do with it, which of course wasn't the truth, but I couldn't of course say, yes, I had something to do with it over the phone.
Right. I mean, you had to protect yourself, yeah. But, and, and we would tell you, I don't think that.
Even if I wasn't recorded, I probably would have fibbed a little. And it's taking me a long time to get to that point where I could be fully honest.
Right, and plus, what you were told about us, you were still,
Right.
That had to be earned. That trust had to be earned. The relationship had to be, earned. We fought a lot to get to where we are.
Right.
And we're in a very good space.
Yeah.
And, some friends still ask me, like, you're not going to be scared when she comes home? I'm like, why?
Right.
Like, why would I be scared?
And even I thought about that. I was like, what happens if I come home and they think, I'm this psycho chick that if they don't feed me, macaroni and cheese, that I'm going to flip my lid and just go all psycho murderer on them. And I'm like, no, it's not like that.
And this is what I told them. I said, look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I said, I am not Dee Dee.
Right.
Gypsy's gonna be able to walk outside and go do what she wants, and she'll be able to say, hey, look, my friends come and pick me up, and we going eat out and going to the movies. Mm-hmm. I said, you think I'm going to tell her no, she can't go? I said, she's going to be an adult. I mean, at first, yeah, we're going to say, well, let us we'll bring you here and there, but then, you're going to have your brother, and which is good that y'all close in age.
Yeah, that is good.
And you got to have his best friends are going to turn into Yubra.
Right.
Yeah. So let me tell you, you're gonna be protected. I mean, we got you. I mean, Mia too. I mean, even though you and Mia are 10 years apart, I mean,
I still
she's
want to
be
a
out
good role model for her. I know I'm not, I know whenever you ask me, where's your sister? She's in prison. That's, not a good role model. But
all her best friends
I still want to
know why.
Become a good role model.
Yeah, and they know why, and she knows why. And, like I told her, I said, what if I'd have told you one day, you got to get in this wheelchair, and you can't ever get out? How would you feel? I freaking hate you. I said, okay. I said, and just think if I'd have told you, you can never have a boyfriend, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you got to and you sick, you're really sick, and brainwashed to think you're sick, how would you feel? Mama, I'd hate you. I said, and would you do anything you can to get away from me? Yeah, Mama.
Yeah.
So they understand.
Right.
They
Put
understand.
it that way so they can understand.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, and Mike even came over here and sat down with them and talked to them.
Good.
I mean, at first, yeah, Mia was, upset, and this and that, but until we started, because we never told her, like, she knew some shit, that Dee Dee did to us, but she didn't know all of it. And then when I started telling her, and she was like, oh, and understood it more. And I said, and like that time we were supposed to go, when we went to Tennessee, and then we were going to go, we had it all planned. We were going to Tennessee, and then we were going to see y'all. And I remember 2 days before we were heading to Missouri, calling your mama's phone, calling her phone, leaving her voicemails, leaving her texts, leaving her Facebook messages in private message, not returning our calls. Mia was all upset, crying. I want to go see my sister, because we were going to stay at a hotel. But me and your mama had talked about it, and she was going to let Mia stay with y'all, so Mia can have all her time with you, as much as she could. And, God, I don't want this to sound rude. I'm kind of glad that it didn't happen, because what would she have done to Mia? That's what I thought.
I don't
You know what I'm saying?
She would have hurt
Mia
or anything.
I don't think so either.
And
I really don't.
Mom was like a recluse, so a lot of the times that people would want to come over, the house would be, like you saw it, a mess. And, there was just so much stuff. And I remember this one time.
Yeah, it was so much stuff.
Aunt Rachel wanted to come over, and we had to, bag all the crap in bags and hide it somewhere.
In that room.
Yeah, that was the junk
Now, look.
room.
Well, David told us, he said, that he had been in y'all house before.
Mm-hmm.
And, but never in the back part of the house. But he said always the kitchen and the living room was clean.
Yeah.
But it was so dusty. And that's what I was, telling your dad. I'm like, okay, if Gypsy was so sick, which we knew you weren't at that time, why is it there's so much dust and baby powder everywhere?
Yeah.
Mom
used baby powder after a bath or something. She was larger, so,
right.
break out and skin rashes. So she would use baby
powder. Right, for sure. And that's logical. People, that stuff flies all over the place. But it was I could literally, on the nightstand the side you slept on, when I literally passed my hand over it, and so it was powder in there.
Yeah.
It was.
I tried to keep my area clean. It would be cleaning days, and I would be like, "This is looking a little too dirty. I'm gonna clean it up." And
yeah.
And my room looked a complete mess because I had all my stuffed animals on the bed, and then Nick told me to take them off. So I was tossing them into the closet.
Yeah, well, you had a lot underneath your bed.
Yeah, I had all my toys.
And in the closet, yeah.
Yeah.
But you had some creepy looking baby dolls. One of them freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, I can't even look at it. I couldn't look at it. I was like, this looks like a I don't know what kind of doll it was.
Was it blue?
But no, I don't think it was blue.
Okay.
But it looked possessed.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so if it was, I'm not sure, but I think it's one of the ones. All right, so at the Halloween shop, like the Spirit Halloween shop during.
It had to have been from something like that.
Yes, so I was collecting these like rubber dolls.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I had the werewolf and the vampire and the gargoyle.
One of them just didn't look like I was like, I can't even look at it. Right, come get it.
You were probably looking at the vampire one.
I know what it looked so real too. It was like creepy. It was like, oh, I can't do it.
I know there's another one that I had just got, and it was from eBay. And it's called a reborn baby doll. And they look so freaking real. Like
they do.
They're weighted to feel like a real baby. They have like
right
and stuff like that. Their skin is specially made and stuff. So they look so real.
I know it. And they came out with some that breathe now.
I had two of them. I had one with a heartbeat that it breathes, and I had one that just breathes. And
see, Mia was never into Barbie and baby dolls because of Dylan. You know, I mean, she had a few stuffed animals, you know, but as for Mia walking around with a baby doll in her hand, that didn't happen. Mia had trucks and
she's more of a tomboy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a long time. Like, I knew I could only dress her in dresses till she got a certain age. Because after that, she didn't want to wear a dress. I had to beg her. You know, it's Christmas. Please wear the dress. You know, please. I mean, oh God, she was a struggle. You know, but now, you know, now she's becoming, you know, the young woman. She likes to dress up, you know, and look real nice. But there was that time span when don't show me a dress. I don't want a dress. You know, and then she looks at pictures of herself and she's like, I can't believe you let me dress like that. I said, you had a fit on me. You know what? You didn't match, but that's what you wanted to wear, and I fussed you, but you insisted, so I wasn't going to argue with you.
There was this one time that I had went to dye my hair blonde, right? And I mean platinum blonde. And so I got some hair dye, and now picture me, my hair the same length as when I got arrested, but platinum blonde.
Oh my God, you must have looked like Eminem.
It looked horrible. And I thought I was all it. I thought I looked so cool. And then a few months
TheBomb.com.
Get the pictures developed. I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, how could you let me do that?
Sometimes we just got to let y'all screw up for y'all to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I'm like, never going blonde again.
Yeah. And he was like, what was I thinking? I can't believe it. I'm like, hey, I don't think we didn't argue for 10 minutes, you know, what I did when you put that crap on, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, part of her childhood. I can't, Mom, I wore that shirt every day. It seems like for a month. I'm like, yeah, well, I had to wash it every night, or I had to buy you two so I could rotate. You know, I mean, it's just funny.
Yeah, I got in the habit of wearing, whenever we were in New Orleans, having that Hornets baseball cap or hat, and I wore it with everything. I'm like, I look back
they're
on
changing. They're changing their name.
Is it the Pelicans now?
They're changing it.
Oh.
Let me look it up because I want to say it's Baby Cakes. Yes.
Okay.
New Orleans baby king. Yeah, let me find out. I'm gonna Google it. And like people are like freaking out.
I remember they had changed it from the Hornets to something else, and now they're changing it again.
Okay, let's see right here. Oh, this is okay. Following the franchise of the Hornets. No, this is not it. This is. Let me see. I want to say it's baby cakes.
Baby cakes. What's with the mascot?
Yeah.
No, baby.
I don't know, but it's gonna be freaking. It's stupid. Everybody's like complaining about it. It was like the most ridiculous name and embarrassing name.
Yeah.
I think it's baby cakes. I don't see it.
Fitting. I'm sure it's probably very embarrassing to the players.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know.
I just had a random memory. Speaking of the documentary, whenever I was doing my interview, is it Allison? Yeah, Allison, after Erin was finished asking her questions, Allison had a few questions for me, and so she stepped in. And one of them was, like, how did you not know your real age? And she said something like, didn't you find it strange that you're like, oh, I've had a period for like 5 years now? And I looked across the room, and Mike was right there, and he had this look of, what the F?
Well, yeah, because, I mean...
like, that's a weird question.
Actually, I mean, we didn't even know if you had a menstrual cycle because I didn't find, like I told you on the phone, there was no tampons, no panty liners, and and I was like, with all that, because we thought maybe with all the medication that it stopped you from having one.
There was 1 year that I had surgery, and it was the surgery on my neck, and I think that was in 2007. And I lost a lot of weight from not eating as much as I normally did, and it stopped. It stopped. And then once I started eating a little bit more, it started again. So.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes if you're under stress or, whatever, you won't have one too. I mean, it just all depends. But
don't I know? County jail.
Yeah.
It was like missed for like 2 weeks or something, and I thought I was pregnant. I was like, oh my God.
Yes, I remember, you tell me not to tell Dad, so I didn't tell him. And then when you told him, that you weren't, and he was like, you thought you were pregnant? He was looking at me, and I'm like, I'm not to say nothing yet, And
I didn't want to freak him out.
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
that's a lot to handle. Your daughter's in jail. Your daughter's going to prison. Your daughter might be pregnant. A lot to handle.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said, I said, she wanted to tell you until she knew for sure. That's something you should have told me. I said, no, she told me not to.
Right.
So I respected her wishes,
Yeah.
And there's stuff like, if Mia tells me something not to tell him, or Dylan, I don't tell him.
Right.
Because that's between us. If they want to tell their daddy, and if y'all all want to tell him, then y'all tell him. Right. If y'all tell me and say don't tell him, then I don't say nothing. Unless it's absolutely necessary, like if there's a red flag, and I'm like, wait, I can't handle this on my own. I need him, And I would even, like before I would even tell him, I would say, and I've done this to Dylan and Mia before, I'm like, I got to tell you, Daddy.
Like,
no,
Mama, no.
I got to tell you, Daddy, I got to tell you, Daddy.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
I know, like, when they were when Aaron and I were over here, and, like, oh, what y'all think of the hate groups? And I just stuck the middle finger up at the camera. And I'm like, oh, my God, please don't put that in there. You know,
Yeah.
but they're gonna send me the edited version and the uncut version. You know, so I'm gonna have both of them, and when I had put on Facebook that it was gonna show on HBO, and Aunt Darla had posted, can I bring the guest of honor? She won't have nothing to say. What she was talking about your mom with her ashes to bring over here. And I said, I don't know what to say to that. And then a little while later, I told her, I said, Darla, I love you, but I don't want her here. I don't want her here. And she was, she didn't reply back. But I was like, and I was telling that to Bobby, I was like, I really don't want her to, think it's, that I was disrespecting Darla.
Oh, right.
I said, but I don't, and I don't want her here.
Right.
I said she needs to be with Emma.
Mm-hmm.
That's, when Gypsy gets out,
right.
That's where we're gonna put her.
Right.
And
it was hard on me because I didn't I know that she's told me before that she did not want to be cremated, and
right.
I had no say in that. They did it without even asking me or having to sign anything because I was a suspect in a murder case. So
right.
I understand that,
and
but still get
yeah.
because I'm like, I don't like the idea of cremation. I wouldn't want to be cremated.
Look, my stepmom's cremated, and I've seen her ashes, and it doesn't, and it don't bother me, I mean, and my dad wants to get cremated, and he's like, you're gonna want some of me? I'm like, yeah, I want your ass part so I can kick it every once in a while, just a joke about it, but. I don't want to be cremated. Your daddy don't want to be cremated. Right. Like, I would like to donate my organs, and Mia would like, no, I'm not, nobody's having your eyes, nobody's having your heart. Right. Now, since, she's older, and she watched Grey's Anatomy and stuff, and she's like, yeah, you would save lives, But, I mean, I got uncomfortable. And I don't want to say this to hurt your feelings, but I had gotten comfortable, like just having some of your mama's clothes here, like after. Like I really got, and it wasn't even in the house. It was in, like Dylan's room was empty at that time because he wasn't living here. And it was in there. And if I had to go in there to get something, like I would walk in like really slow and be quiet because I was just like, it was just weird. Now, I have her shirt. I have 2 pieces for you here. It's in a bag. That don't bother me anymore. That doesn't bother me. Because your nanny took, I got 5 outfits for them. Because they're making you like a
blanket?
A comforter. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah. And I don't mind that, if you have that here. She needs to be put with Emma, I think,
I had got mad at Greene County Jail because whenever I had went to SEG, the glasses that y'all brought me was Mom.
I know.
And I went to SEG, and they threw them because I had my pair of glasses that I got that Dad paid for. And so I guess it was like you can't have 2 pairs of glasses or whatever. So they threw hers. And I got mad at them because I'm like, that I don't have very much stuff.
Right.
I didn't write down exactly what I wanted from the house. I was too distraught, so I didn't really think about it at the time.
I know, and we look, I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
But I do
in
feel,
my mind. So.
I do, I mean, I kind of do feel bad.
Don't.
because we should have let you think about it. But then again, I was like, people are going to break in there. You know, I mean, people were already going, like, take pictures in the driveway.
Oh, my God.
And stuff. Yeah, I mean, so we knew in a matter of time, people were going to be going steal shit. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you had some beautiful clothes.
Yeah.
You know.
I had a very big obsession with ball gowns. Like, if you saw, like,
yeah.
ball gowns, like,
yeah.
I never wore them,
you had that pretty yellow and white. It was yellow with white polka dots. A dress in there. It looked like you never wore it. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is so beautiful. You know?
Was it sparkly?
And no, it had a shimmer, but there wasn't, like, sequins on it.
Yeah,
it was like a church dress, you know, or something. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful.
That was one of my favorites, but I never wore it. So.
Right, it looked like you never wore it, but I'm like, you know what? When she gets out,
right, at that point,
we're going to get a whole
new
wardrobe.
If I get out at like 99 years old or what? So.
Exactly. Right. I mean, we didn't know anything, and you know, and we didn't want you to have a reason to go back.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure, like when you get out, you're gonna say, "Hey, Dad, you know, bring me right down the street, you know, or whatever, you know, or you might not, you know. I mean." And if you want to go ride down the street, I'm sure we would do it. You know, he's not going to tell you, oh, no, Gypsy, you know, I'm not bringing you there. You know, he's going to. But
if it was right
we
now,
just don't.
I'd want to go and say, like, my final words or whatever, because when I left, I just left everything. You know, I didn't even care about the cats, which is sad. But I just want to, you know, have a moment to where I can apologize, because you hear all those things about, you know, oh, the house is haunted or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe say goodbye to my past. I don't know.
Right. And you could also do that in a book. You know. Yeah. I mean, but, like, for the cover of your book, you could be standing in front of the house. You know, that's if they don't tear it down.
Right. They had a lady over here, and I guess she's writing different stories, and she's going to make a book. And she was like, would you mind if I get your story to put in the book? And I said, I apologize, but I can't do that because I'm under contract. I'm under contract with HBO to not talk. And I didn't want to tell her, well, someday I'm going to make my own book, so I'm not going to give you my story, you know. But
yeah, I think your book's going to be pretty phenomenal. I mean, because you'll be able to get Bobby's side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be able to interview Bobby and get that in the mix, you know, and interview Tiffany and talk to me and Dad, and, you know, and you'll have all the, you know what I'm saying, all the sides of the story in that book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it would be a good healing process for you.
Yeah, because I know journaling, it does help. Like,
it does help.
A few days ago, I had, you know, I talked to my roommates because, you know, we're open and we've built a trust there. And
you might hear me peeing because I need to pee.
You're fine.
I know, but I'm just letting you know.
It's fine.
I gotta.
So I had talked about, you know, Nick having court, his trial's going to be coming up, and that urge to want to talk to him and say, like, tell him off or something like that whenever I'm angry. And I was like, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this letter to him and then rip it up and never and that way it gets all in my system, and then I feel like I've, accomplished something, but without having any repercussions or any damage from it.
Right. And like how we were talking earlier, you said, "Oh, I remember this," So like when you remember something, you just write down, a sentence of what it is, and that's going to help. Yeah. Put pieces together, like to write your book.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if this becomes so good in language or reading, I'd be able to get my writing skills from getting my GED. Focus on that, and that can help me write.
Yeah, I know when his dad called the other night, and he was like, "What's going on?" And I said, Gypsy called while we were shopping, and then she called me again, and I said, when the phone rang, I was like freaking out because Jessica saw like my expression, and I'm like, oh my God, I had a feeling something was wrong. And Jessica's like, you better answer it in case something's wrong. I'm like, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it. And, and then I hear you crying, and I'm like, oh God, Rod. I said, I was so panicked. I was like, I said I couldn't understand her at first because she was so panicked. And I told him, he was like, oh, is she okay? I said, yeah, she's okay now, I said, but she was really upset, and everything. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad that she got to talk to you. I said, yeah, I said, I'm glad that she called, I said, poor thing, I said, she was in a panic. And he was like, tell her it's going to be okay. Tell her it's going to be okay. I said, I told her it's going to be okay. I told her that, and everything. But, yeah, girl, think about it. I would get them done in there.
They look really good on my roommate, and they're all pearly white. They gave her, the paste for it and everything, and they sell the denture cleansers on Canteen to make them nice and white and stuff like that. So, basically all medical and dental care is provided free here because we are...
Right, that's like when you're in the military.
Right. They have to take care of you.
Right. So, And
even right now, I'd qualify for a partial because I'm missing so many of my other teeth. So I know that I'd qualify for dentures. If I'd qualified now, I know I'd qualify then.
Right. And $0 to $25,000.
Yeah, that's
$0 to $25,000. Right. Which I'm sure if they do the movie and once the malpractice, everything, you're gonna have that money.
Right.
But $0 to $25,000.
$0.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me save that $25,000 for a car or something.
Right. Yeah.
Jill can't buy me a car, but they could get me some teeth.
Well, I had talked to Michelle a few days ago, and she basically just said that it's still very under wraps about the name, just to tell you and Dad, and that's it. So it will be the act, and that she had kept on missing my calls because either she had kept her phone on silent or she was in a meeting with the co-showrunner. And he was like, why didn't you answer it? I wanted to talk to her. But it was a meeting.
Yeah.
But she said that, once it gets pitched, and then they'll start writing a script. So they haven't started writing a script yet. It's just getting it pitched to a network. Once they do that, would be in January, so next month. And if somebody
Right, she needs to do write a pilot really quick.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
she had asked me, she had a question of when did I sign my Medicaid card with the birthday 1991, and I'm like, that wasn't too long after I had ran away from home, like, or not after, before. And so it was like April of 2011. So there was just like a few little detailed information things, but see, I'll call her back in, a few weeks, see what's going on with it, and still no word yet on if I get paid for it. I'm hoping, but
I think you can, because you fall into the son of Sam law, because you're also the victim.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Loophole.
Big loophole.
Yeah.
You could, like, they were telling us before, too, like, you would write a book, you wouldn't make the money off the book, but we found out you could because you were also the victim.
I see. Okay.
So, like, bingo.
Right.
You know.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, you'll be able to,
get
or something. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, from the movie and all, yeah.
So I would definitely like to buy y'all a new car. Whatever kind of car.
No, you buy what you want.
Especially for traveling all the miles back and forth to court and different places like that.
No, girl. You don't need to buy us nothing. We, your parents, we do what we need to do for y'all. And, we want y'all to spend y'all money on y'all, not on us.
I know, but I love y'all.
No, you bring, you want to say, hey, Mom, let's go eat out tonight. I'm buying. Okay, where are we going?
Yeah.
But
where's your
not
favorite
a vehicle.
restaurant?
Down here would be like Cherami's.
Okay.
It's all Cajun food.
Oh, okay.
It's my sister's. Yeah, it's my sister's brother and sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And like in Homa, I love the Olive Garden.
I like the Olive Garden too.
I love the Olive Garden. I love Copeland.
I like Cracker Barrel too.
Your dad hates Cracker Barrel.
What about Golden Corral? It's a buffet.
Yes, we love that.
Yeah, I like the buffet.
Yeah. I like Applebee's. I love French onion soup. That's so good. So, I mean, we just make the best of it from wherever,
Yeah. Over here, the winter menu is better than the summer menu. Like, for the winter menu, they have this one that it's called red beans and rice, but it's more like jambalaya. It's the closest thing to Cajun that we get here.
Yeah, because we like Cajun, food. Yeah. I'm sure y'all get a lot of soups.
We get a lot of patties. So, like, the chicken patty's the best one. Salisbury patty, fish patty.
Oh, yeah. Your brother loves Salisbury steaks, yeah.
But mostly, a lot of us, we buy ramen noodles. So, we eat a lot with
that's nasty.
Noodles.
That is nasty.
Why?
Because that's majority of those noodles are wax.
I know.
They don't digest.
I know. Ask my tummy. But I try and make the best out of it because if it's not made with the ramen noodles, then what you gonna eat? They have chips. It's our canteen.
Right.
We have condiments. So we have ketchup and barbecue sauce and stuff to make
Right.
noodles. But the
Right. I mean, you could even not even use the noodles. You could just make you like a soup or something warm and hot to drink. On a cold day, just the flavor.
Right.
And
we drink coffee a lot. Oh, I think I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta get off the phone.
Okay.
But I love you.
Yeah, we've been on the phone for an hour.
Yeah.
It passed by so fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Okay.
All
Have
right.
a good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You too, baby. All right. Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.
With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's SECURUSTECH.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Happy Merry Christmas Eve.
Happy Merry Christmas Eve to you, too.
What you doing?
I saw you. I'm sitting outside.
Cool.
Yeah, I went like at 11 o'clock or something. My phone was giving me problems again. So I was like, okay, I'm going to reboot the whole thing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it was like it was 5 hours into it, it still wasn't done.
Okay.
So rehard set it, to stop it. And I saw you had called. And then when you called earlier, the last call, I was on the phone with your brother because he pissed me off.
Aww.
Big time.
What happened?
Okay, 4 nights ago, I had asked him, I said, look, I said, I want me and your sister and you. I said, and Luke, of course, because Luke lives here. I said, I'm going to cook supper. I said, just have some family time. Mama, but it's Christmas Eve. There could be parties. I said, look, you could go on New Year's. I said, I don't do nothing on New Year's. You could go then. Okay, Mama, I'm gonna stay. Well, it was about 6 o'clock, and I got up to start, cooking supper, because it was some filet mignon, so that takes like 20 minutes in the oven, and some baked potatoes. And he says, I'm leaving. And I said, what? He says, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm like, Dylan, you said you were staying. Well, he leaves. So I text him some not so nice things. He hurt my feelings, and, he promised me this and that, and, and he wasn't replying back. And I said, so you don't have nothing to say? I said, that's just like a big fuck you, Mom. And he called me, and he was like, I told you I was going to stay so we wouldn't argue. And I'm like, yeah, and look where it is. I said, your sister's crying. I said, which makes me cry. I was crying. And I said, Dylan, you would have said, okay, Mom, look, I have plans, but, I'll eat supper with y'all, spend a little time, and then go do what I got to do. I said, that would have been fine. I said, but you didn't even leave me that option. And I just went round and round, and he's like, you never asked me to do nothing with you. I'm like, Dylan, what you do when you get home from work? You come home, you take a shower, and you leave. I'm like, I said, for 3 days I've been asking you to clean up your dog shit in the shed because it got cold one night, and he put them in there, and they shit in the shed. And I was like, you need to clean it. You know, take the scooper and clean it. On him for 3 days with that.
Oh, dear.
So, and I told him, I said, you need to scoop the shit in the yard. You know, I said, I mean, my yard, the backyard, we have the big deck, so, like, there's not a lot of grass. You know, I mean, there's enough for them, but I'm like, you need to, you know, scoop it up. And I said, I don't ask much of you. I said, I really don't. I said, I don't make you help me clean the house. You don't wash your clothes. I wash them and dry them and fold them. I said, you know, when I asked you to do something, I said, I asked you to take the garbage out the other day. And you were saying, like, oh, me what, nobody takes the garbage out? I'm like, yeah, we all do. I'm just asking you to take it out when you leave.
Right.
You know, made a big think about it. And, you know, and it's like I'm not going, you know, I know he, you know, had a, you know, a few weeks ago, yeah, he was depressed and, you know, he wanted to do all that shit, you know, in his life, this and that. But I'm not freaking walking on eggshells with him.
Right. And
you know?
It's Christmas Eve. This is a time for family bonding. On New Year's is a time for party, you know?
Exactly. But you don't understand that.
Yeah.
No. Which pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to pray extra hard for him, you know. Well, I got to see the dentist yesterday.
Oh, good. Good.
I explained to him how I lost my front teeth. And, you know, I explained him the situation. And he's like, I know exactly what that is. And I really want to help you. And he asked me, he said, you know, he took a look at my teeth and was like, the dentist did a really good job on putting the crowns on. They sit really good on your teeth.
Right.
He's going to have to look at the x-ray that I did in Vandalia, because if he can't just pull them just to pull them unless there's
he has to see if they're in the sinus cavity or or whatever, you know, all of that.
If it's like, you know, damaged, or because I explained to him my front canine on my left side
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Has been causing me sensitivity, like to hot and cold and to sugar.
Yeah.
And that's what happened on my right canine, and they had to extract that one. That one did have a good reason for coming out. But take a look at the x-ray, and I was like, can we just go ahead and pull them all? And he's like, well, I'm going to look at the x-ray because I don't want to do something that's like malpractice on you since you've already had a lot of that done. And so he's going to see if it needs to be done, he'll do it. If it don't need to be done, he'll address the ones that are causing me pain. And he sent off my partial to get fixed in the meantime, so I'll probably get that in like a month or, 4 to 6 weeks. So at least he's going to be fixing the partial, and then if any needs to come out, he could always add a tooth onto the partial or make me a set of partials. But that's what he said so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad just texted me because I told him, I said, I'm so done with Dylan hurting my feelings and promising me one thing and backing out.
Yeah.
I said, me and I are so hurt by him. And he's like, and then I told him that was earlier. And then he responded, I said, on the phone with Gypsy, he said, tell her Merry Christmas. Don't worry about Dylan. He's young, wild, and free. Let him be.
Yeah.
I said, he should have not promised me and back out.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I think there was a legitimate thing for us to be upset.
Yeah. Especially after everything. I get it.
Yeah. And he hasn't been home, like, the past few years he's been working.
Mhm.
He was working for Christmas. So he wasn't, he hasn't been home for Christmas in a while. And he's like, tomorrow I swear I'm going to stay all day with y'all. I'm going hunting in the morning. And then all day tomorrow I'm going to stay with y'all. And I'm like, yeah, Dylan, you're right, whatever. But he probably will because he has to go to work on Monday.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I told him, I said, I'm not holding my breath.
Right. I just hope he does it. I'll pray that he does it.
Yeah.
It'll give Mia some bonding time with her brother, so she can have a Christmas with
Yeah.
him, and kind of make up for tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I just get worried because, like, all the cops are out, especially at this time of year.
Mhm.
And it's like, I don't want him to, get pulled over and get a DWI or,
Right. Because
and
a
stuff
lot of
like
people
that. Or
drink right now. A lot of people drive.
yeah.
So stay. Yeah.
Right.
Be better
And I told
stay
him,
home.
I said, one day when you have kids, you're going to understand. Shut up, Aurora. You got to bark at everything. Come here. So he'll understand one day.
Right.
I'll do the same thing to him.
Text Dad that I wish him a Merry Christmas and thank you for the Christmas money
I sure will.
because he sent an extra $100. And,
What you can get?
we could order stuff from vendors. So next month, so in like a few weeks, is CD month. So I'm gonna order some CDs.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm gonna order a Matchbox 20 CD, an Eric Church CD. Me too.
I love Matchbox 20.
Me too.
I like their older work, like their older songs, like the one that has Back to Good and Pain.
I grew up on those songs. So this album that I'm getting is called Mad Season. So it's one of their older albums.
Right.
And then I'm getting Breaking Benjamin because I'm also a little bit of a rock fan. So.
And I've even heard. I think I might have heard of it, but.
And then I'm also getting a Miranda Lambert CD.
Yeah. She's got a few good songs out right now.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the one that I like that's new. It's
Vice.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mhm. And so right now, me and my roomies are watching It's a Wonderful Life. And we made some popcorn and made lattes, wink, wink. And we're playing Monopoly Deal. So I was kicking butt there for a little while.
That's good.
This morning, a lot of us just felt so depressed. Like, I couldn't get out of bed. I was like, I just can't get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. And today's my day off, and there's no school, so I just laid there until like 1 in the afternoon. They had like a Christmas carnival that was going on in the gym, but I didn't go because I was feeling too down to go. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But my roomies have gotten a little bit lighter with the mood, so we put on some Christmas songs. We had ourselves a good cry, We're just like, I want to go home.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was supposed to go by in Celestino in Gonzales, and but Aunt Tammy picked up Mia because I was gonna wait for Dylan and go. Dylan gets home, he hooks up his jet ski, and he leaves. So it's like today's been like a shitty day.
Yeah. For a few people, it's like that. And I don't know how some people could be like, oh, jolly and happy. I mean, if you're home and you're with the people that you love, sure, it's that way. But sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. No.
Like I told him, I said, if your dad would be here, I said, you wouldn't be pulling this shit.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, you're right. Probably if he would be home, I wouldn't be pulling this shit.
Right.
Because your dad would tell him, you either stay home or you pack your shit and get the fuck out. Because your daddy don't play.
Right.
I mean. but it's like 2 months of, like, he looked for a job, so 2 months, we had to pay his bills and everything, and he can't stay one night with us. It's like, I don't know. I guess girls are just more sensitive when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's really
than
typical.
guys.
It's typical of guys because I saw this episode of The Middle one day, and it was a Christmas episode, and the teenage boy, their son, didn't want to spend Christmas with them. He'd rather spend Christmas at the neighbors because the neighbors was like cooler or whatever, and so it was a similar situation.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then I had got a card from someone that has been following my story, and they sent me a really, really pretty Christmas card. I don't know if he got my address.
It was a guy.
Yeah, Paul Vander something. Yeah.
Yeah. He asked if he could send you a card and a Christmas card, and I said, yeah. I said she likes glitter.
Yeah, he got me like a really glittery one. It's like a snow sheet.
Okay, good.
I'm
gonna
let
him know that. Yeah, I'm gonna let him know you got that you got it.
Yeah.
Because he's been following your story. He's been real sweet.
Good.
And not too many. Like some of them ask for your address, and I don't give it because like I just don't kind of trust them.
Mhm.
But the ones that like, I catch and I read up on, what they say, and they've been, supporting you from the beginning, or and stuff. Is I'm gonna give it to you. But if you were being a bitch to her and my family, you ain't getting it.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But
I'm glad that you got it.
Yeah. I mean, if you'd like to put on the support site, Gypsy says she wishes everybody a Merry Christmas, that'd be fine too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I still didn't get the
card yet?
The card yet. Did you get the pictures and all?
Not yet, because okay, so we don't have mail. Well, it's Saturday and Sunday.
And
anyway.
plus with Christmas.
Right, things are a lot slower with Christmas happening.
Right.
And I put the card in only 2 days ago, so it wouldn't have gotten to you yet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the mail is just overloaded everywhere.
Mhm. And we don't start school again until Tuesday, and so Monday we won't have mail because it's considered a holiday or whatever here. I don't know if that's the way it is on the outside.
This Monday?
Yeah, this upcoming Monday.
It's probably because it's the day after Christmas.
Mhm. So I'll probably get it.
I mean, me and I don't go to school till the 4th.
Oh,
so.
Wow. That's a good long break.
Yeah. Yeah, they've always had 2 weeks off.
Mhm.
They even get a week off for Mardi Gras.
Oh, that's cool.
Like only Louisiana does. I mean, because Mardi Gras is so big here.
Yeah.
But I think somebody had said in Mississippi they used to do it, and then they quit. So, and me, I'm like, it passes in the front of the street, and I don't even go. It's just too chaotic.
Yeah. Well, I've got one assignment done for language. I gotta turn 3 assignments a week in 10 pages a week. So I'm gonna work on the other 2 assignments. Haven't started working in math yet because I'm trying to procrastinate and push that off.
Yeah, girl, I hear you. I mean, maybe one of the girls in there,
There's tutors.
might be good in math and could help you. Yeah.
They have tutors that I can ask. Rachel's roommate is a tutor. Her name's Samantha Tutor, and she's a tutor.
That's crazy.
So I can ask her, and we can meet up at the gym, and she can teach me more about math. And also, my roommate Joanne, she's going to school as well, and she's more advanced than I am in math. So what we're going to do is help each other in the areas that we need help in. We got like flashcards, like what's 9 times 9 and things like that. So we're going to work on that.
Yeah, 9 times 9 is 81, right?
I don't know yet.
I used to know it all until and then after me, learned it, I forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some things I just forget. I still count on my fingers. That's never gonna go away. Like I have a friend, you could give her digits out the wazoo, and right off the bat she could calculate it in her head and say it.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like I wish,
I was doing
but
writing down little, if it was 2 times 6 or whatever, I'd write little notches down and count it that way. But that takes a very long time, especially we're timed for our test. So
yeah,
I gotta make sure.
You know how I learned? This is how I learned my multiplication, because when I was young, and my mom, we'd go everywhere, listen to the radio. I knew, the minute I heard the first tune, I knew what song it was, and I knew who sang it, and I knew I knew the song.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to 5th grade, because when I went to Holy Rosary, I was writing my name backwards, and they were like, "Oh, she's left-handed. She's gonna grow out of it." I went to Holy Rosary from kindergarten through 4th. 5th grade, I went to public, and that's when one of my teachers said, "There's something wrong, with Kristy." I know she has this learning disability. So I got tested, to see if, it was dyslexia, and of course it was. And when I was little, Saturday morning cartoons, they would have a cartoon it was the Multiplication Rock, and it was songs.
Oh.
So my aunt had the album, and she recorded it for me. She played it, and she just put a blank cassette in a tape recorder and recorded it. So when I was taking a bath, I would listen to it. So I knew all my multiplication. And it's called Multiplication Rock. I mean, they might have it in the library.
Maybe I'll go and look it up and see if they...
Yeah, I mean, it's old, but I wonder if you could go in and request something and they could order it.
I'm going to see. I can ask the librarian and see about that.
Yeah.
Or even if I can put a song myself.
Or even ask your math teacher.
Yeah.
I'm
going to ask about that.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Because they were talking about how you can kind of memorize things by making it into a song or something that way it clicks in your brain.
That's what my mama said. Kristy, if we could sing your notes to you, you would be a straight A student. When I was young.
Yeah.
I mean, but math was oh God, I'd rather you break a bone.
Right. It's just, I can't get it. And I'm sure if I put my brain to it, I can get it. And probably 2 years from now, forget it.
Yeah. I wish, Dylan was like me with math. Mia's like your dad.
Yeah.
I wish, if you would have that part, you would be set.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some of the things I get from Dad, some of them I didn't get, but...
Yeah, and that happens. I mean, I didn't get the OCD cleaning gene like my grandmother did, and, and this and that. I'm like, my house isn't filthy dirty, but
it's lived in?
I mean, it's lived in. I have a couple of things on the table. It's not a disaster, you know. I mean, I swept today and, you know, did some things and all, but I mean, the only time I could say like my house was like close to spotless was like when Aaron and I would come.
Yeah.
And if there was like an imperfection somewhere, I'm like, don't show that. Don't, you know,
Edit
fix
that.
it up.
Edit that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know y'all do all that camera magic stuff. Fix
Right.
it. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
All
I'm
right.
gonna let you go. I'm gonna go back to watching TV.
Okay.
But I love you, and please tell me
I love you
happy
too.
Christmas, and that I miss them very much.
I sure will. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be at my sister's at 11, and so tomorrow evening we'll be home. But I need to find out, like, because my mom Sharon's always like, we need to set a date and time for her to call that I could be here when she calls. But I gotta find out her work schedule
Well,
and see what time she gets off.
okay. Well,
And on a certain day, I mean, if you could throw me a day and like a time, like at, you know, around like this time or something,
yeah.
you know, 8 o'clock or something.
Well, okay.
You know,
so,
I could always go to her house or she could come here.
yeah. Okay.
You know.
Well, I'm off Saturdays and Sundays, but if it can't be a
Or-
Saturday or Sunday, that's
yeah.
fine.
Or if you want, I'll give you, like, next time you call and you have a pen, and I'll give you her number.
Okay, that sounds good.
And you could call her, and I'm going to give her the number that you call from and have her store it so she knows it's you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I have it stored as Gypsy, you know.
Because whenever I turn in my ID at 3, I get it back at 3:45 and can use the phone after 3:45, and then I don't turn it in again until 6, and then get it back at 7 so I can use the phone after 7.
Yeah, which,
That's kind of my work.
yeah, I think she works till like 5:30
Okay.
or something, you know. So I'll just tell her, like, that next time you call, I'm going to give you her number, and, you know, you could call her at any time, you know, like at, you know, around this time,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
because she'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. I've been meaning to write her back, and I don't think I have Aunt Celeste's address anymore. So
Yeah, well, I'll get
her
all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I still have that paper. Now that you say that, didn't you send me one with addresses?
Yeah, and I've got most
Okay.
of them, but I don't have Bobby's. I have Tiffany's. You know, it's kind of random, but
right.
But
I'm gonna put those in the mail on Monday.
Okay.
Because I gotta go get a bigger card, a bigger envelope to send those other pictures, like the ones from Tiffany. That we had took that group picture.
Oh yeah.
And another one.
Yeah.
That's still in there too.
Good.
But like I sent you a new picture of Mia in her cheer uniform, the ones that, you know, we had got professionally done.
Awesome.
So you'll have it.
See them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So, and I have it on the back, you know, Mia Blanchard, 10th grade, age 15, Salafouche High School cheerleader, you know.
Cool.
I have it all written on the back. So.
Good. Well, I know.
Well, try to have a good day tomorrow.
Yeah. I think it was just today
Yeah.
I had the blues. Tomorrow
Yeah.
I'll make decorations for whatever, you know,
Right.
next holiday is.
Yeah. Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go to
You know.
church tomorrow. All my roommates are going to
Oh,
mass.
that's good.
So
that's
I'll be able
awesome.
to go to Christmas mass. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. We need to start going back to church too.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna going to be my first time going to church since I've been here, so.
Oh, good.
Busy.
It's going to make you feel so much better, too.
It will, because every time I take communion, I feel clean. I feel so much better. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning
right.
to do that. But anyway, you have a good night, and I love you.
Okay. I love you, too. Thanks for letting me vent.
Not a problem. That's what I'm here for, you know.
I know. Yeah, I mean, this is our bonding time.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Well, lay down. Get
and you
some
told
rest.
me not to leave you in the dark anymore.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, it was
You
like
know
when I
about
saw you calling, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm so glad she's calling because I just need to vent to somebody.
Right.
Because everybody else is doing stuff with their families, you know, and I can't call one of my friends and say blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know.
But just remember, he's young, he's naive, he's dumb. He'll get over it.
He's young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah.
That's what the saying is, you know, like when they're that age.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Yeah. So.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah. Yes. They will be.
Still a boy. He's not even acting like a man. Tell him I said
No.
that.
I sure will. I will tell him that. He won't probably like it too much, but I'm going to tell him that.
Okay.
Because he knows it's true. True hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, too. And sleep good.
Yeah, you too. Okay. Night.
All right, my love.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The call.
With no account required, you can now go to securistech.net and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to securistech.net. That's securustech.net. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hey, boo-boo. Hey.
Home?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I finally got a pen and paper.
Okay. Let me look up my mom's number. Contacts. Sharon. Okay. It's 985 258 7233.
Got it. And oh my gosh, the whole camp is buzzing about this new thing. Okay, so you know how I'm on 5 House. So on 4 House, there was a paper put up last night, and it's saying a lot of people are confused about it, and I'm trying to research it the best I can, but the library is packed because the whole camp is freaking out. It says
About what?
A rumor, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true, that 85%ers get dropped down to 66%. And I'm an 85%er. So
Right.
I'm like, what is it for? Is it for drug cases? Is it, just second-degree murder? Is it exclusive?
That's just for the state of Missouri?
It's, okay, so my roommate, her guy that's in prison sent her a letter and was like, you'd only have to do this Missouri Revised State Statutes of Chapter blah, 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 blah. Says that you'd only have to do 40%, but I think he was wrong on the percentage. But it's put up on a different housing unit about this, and some people are like, it's only for this, drug case, or it doesn't even say that. It doesn't talk about percentages. It talks about them wanting to create a Class E felony, like turn misdemeanors into Class E felony. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but going into effect January 1st, something is going to change. And
Get changed to what percent?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Well, yeah, I'm Googling it right now.
Okay, Google.
So what percent?
All right. Try to Google Missouri Revised Statute.
Wait, let me. Okay, tell me what to put.
Missouri Revised Statute of
Read up.
Chapter.
MISSOURI. Missouri Revised. Okay. Statutes. Okay.
Of Chapter.
452.
558.
Okay.
019.1.
Wait up. You're gonna have to repeat it. Okay.
Okay.
What's the numbers again?
558.
Okay.
Point 019.1. That was what my roommate dude sent her, talking about January 1st. Something's going to change about the percentage, because she's on a 10-year sentence as well for first-degree assault. So I'm like, I don't know if it's just for assault charges or all 85 percenters.
That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay. Let's see. It's 019.1, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, right here.
And it won't go into effect until January 1st.
Right, but they're already having another one that's saying for Section 558.0046 beginning January 1st, so I'm trying to see if there's one for y'all. Okay. Let's see. All right. Here we go.
I don't know my charge number, so I wouldn't be able to know that.
It will not affect those provisions of Section 565.020, Section 5, Section 566.125, Section 571.015, and Section 559.115.
Okay. I'm going to look that up in the library, see if any of those are my charges. And those are charges.
That's what I'm trying to look.
Those are the ones that's excluded from this changing, right?
Right, they cannot.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Right here it says, like, if the offender has one previous prison commitment to the department. Right, okay. The corrections for felony offense, the minimum prison term which must be served shall be 40% of his or her sentence until the offender attains 70 years of age.
What?
That ain't you. Yeah, I guess that's a life.
Okay.
That's like a life,
Mhm.
I guess.
Or if the
and has served at least
65 or something.
Right. And then it says, okay, that attains 70 years of age and has served at least 30% of the sentence. Okay. If a prisoner has 2 previous commitments, well, that doesn't even pertain to you.
Right, no.
3 or more, that doesn't pertain to you.
Right. the rumor going around is if it's your first time down on an 85% charge, it gets dropped down to either 66, 50, or 40.
Okay. I don't. I'm looking.
Because I asked Mike about this some months.
Oh, you called him?
No. I had asked him about it while I was still in county. And it was,
okay.
It was still very early on that not even like the attorneys knew anything about it. It was still 85%. And
right.
With this changing, and I had brought it up to him again, not the last time I talked to him, but the time before that, and he said that that happened in the federal prison, and it was for drug cases. So a lot of us are confused about what.
Once you find out those numbers I gave you, and if you're not a part of that, then I guess yours gets reduced.
Right. Because if it gets reduced to 66%, good. That's great. If it gets reduced to 40, I can come home in like 3.5 years.
Right, I know.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of the campus is going absolutely crazy. They're like, we need to research it. What did you see? What did you find out? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to have her Google it and see what is going on.
Right. I'm looking. Okay. To provisions of the subsections 2 to 5 of this section shall be applicable for all classes of felonies, except for set forth in Chapter 579 or in Chapter 195.
Okay.
Prior to January 1st, all those otherwise excluded in this subsection 1 of this section, for the purposes of the section, prison commitment means and is the receipt by the Department of Corrections of an offender after sentencing. For purposes of the section, prior to prison committees to the Department of Corrections shall not include the offender's first incarceration prior to release on probation under section, write these down, 217.362 or 559.115. Other provisions of the law to the contrary, notwithstanding, any offender who has been found guilty of a felony other than a dangerous felony as defined in section 556.061.
I know I have a dangerous crime.
Right.
I know that if this is true, we ought to be getting new face sheets. Our face sheets are basically all information, all the info that the judge gives, like my pages and stuff like that.
Yeah, they'll give you like a update or something.
A new one for the new year. And if it says it has the percentage that I have to serve on it. So if that changes, I'll let you know. But as of right now, there's a lot of confusion going on, and I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I'm sure. I mean,
that's what I'm like.
Because they don't know what numbers are,
and me being included, or it not even be true, that it's just wishful thinking for everybody. But
it's going to happen, but not to the ones with the numbers I gave you.
Okay. So
the numbers I gave you if you have those numbers, then it doesn't affect you.
Okay.
You can let your friends know if they have these numbers.
Mhm.
That it doesn't go in effect for them.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
it should be on my face sheet, so I'm gonna go back to the room and I'm gonna look at my face sheet and see because they have the charge number on my face sheet, so I'll be able to know when to go to the room.
All right. You gonna call Mama tonight?
I will. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her what time you want me to tell her that you're gonna call.
What about 7 o'clock? Is that good for her?
7 o'clock should be good.
Okay, good. I'll call at 7 o'clock.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay, I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too.
For me.
I'm so glad we have these smartphones and everything now.
I know. It is so cool that you can talk and look and Google and stuff all at the same time.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I love you, and I'll call in a couple days when Dad's home.
Okay, good deal.
All righty.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
The caller